Hi there, it's Diane. Welcome to my basement. Today we're going to be learning about the place value in a number. So there's two things you have to really remember. One is, what is a digit? The other thing we have to remember is, what does the word value mean? Okay, so a digit. To me, when I think digit, I think my fingers. They're my digits. But I also think of numbers. So when I think of numbers, our digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 10 digits, just like our fingers. Wonderful. So now we know what digits are. They're the numbers from 0 to 9. But now we have to know what a value is. So the value of a digit, it all depends on where it is in the number. When a digit changes position in a number, it takes on a different value. Well, that's a lot of words. Let's see what that means. If we look at the number 12,568, there are 5 digits in this number. The digits are 1, 2, 5, 6, and 8. The 5 digit is in the hundreds column, so its value is 500. But what if I had a different number and the digits were 1, 0, 3, 5, 4? Well, look, I have another 5. The value for the 5 in my first number was 500 because the 5 was in my hundreds column. But the 5 in my new number is no longer in the hundreds column. It's now in my tens column. So the value of my 5 is now 50. Does that make sense? In the number 12,568, the 5 was worth or had a value of 500. Now, in the number 10,354, my 5 is in the tens column and its value is 50. Let's practice. Okay, so here we see the bottom of page 6. So make sure you're on page 6 in your workbook. They've given us the number 1,985. The digits in this number are 1, 9, 8, 5. So the digit 1 is in what position, what column? It's in our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands position. Let's check our answer. Yes, you're right. It's in the thousands position. Its value is 1,000. 1,000. Okay, let's move on. The digit 9 is in the blank position. So what column is the 9 in, or what position? It's not the units, it's not the tens, it's in the hundreds. Who said that? You're right, hundreds. I said that, didn't I? The value is, if the 9 is in the hundreds position, the value is 900. You knew that, didn't you? Okay, let's keep going. We're still going to use the number 1,985. Ooh, they've given us 2 different blanks that we have to fill out. But this time, they told us what its value is. The value is 80. The value is 80. So, how do we figure out the digit? The digit blank is in the blank position. Well, I know the value is 80, so I'm probably going to look for an 8, right? So I'm going to look at my number, 1985. Oh, there's the 8. So what position is my 8 in? My units? No, my tens. So I think it's the 8. I'm right. It is the 8. Who else was right? Raise your hand. Oh, look at all those people. Amazing. Okay, so the digit 8 is in the what column or the what position? Yes, the tens. Way to go. I think we can do the last one now. In the number 1,985, the digit 5 is in the ones or units, but they write units position. You would be correct both ways. It's in the ones or the units position. Now, its value is, what is it worth? What is the value of the 5? Yeah, you're right. It's 5. Way to go. You think you feel more comfortable with this? Let's look at page 7. And we'll do the bottom. So the bottom of page 7. The instructions are to write the value of the red digit. So let's look at the red digits. We'll start with A. A says 9,300. 9,300. What is the value of the 3? Is its value 3, 30, 300, or 3,000? You have to know what position it's in. It's in the hundreds position. So its value is 300. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. Let's look at B. We have 6,524. What is the value of the 2? You have to look at its position. It's in the tens position. There are 2 of them, so 2 in the tens position. Who's going to get this right? Who's going to get it right? Everyone gets it right. It's 20. Even if you get it wrong, it's okay because now you know the right answer. And that's how we learn, right? We can make mistakes and learn from them. Good job, guys. All right. 8,453. I want to know what's the value of the 5. Well, the 5 is in the tens position, and there's 5 of them. So the answer must be, who thinks they know it? 50. Did you get it right? Yeah, you did. Good job. Okay. We have 1,954. What is the value of the 9? Is it 9, 90, 900, or 9,000? Think about it. Okay. Did you say 900? Yes, 900. You got it. All right. So now that you know the difference between a digit and its value, there's one other thing we have to learn about place value in a number. And that is how many. You're going to hear that. How many. So if you turn the page, and you're on page 8 now, they're going to start asking you how many thousands, how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many units are in each number. So when you see that they ask you how many, it's important that you learn this little lesson. How many? Okay. You are getting excited. I know I can hear it. Okay, so how many? I'm going to give you a little tip. First, I'm going to draw my best rendition of a thousands cube. Dun 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 dun. There you go. Okay, so let's pretend this is my thousands cube. How many thousands do you see? I'm going to put TH for thousands. So how many? Ooh, I wrote off the screen there. TH, is that better? Yeah, it is. How many thousands do you see? That's a question mark. How many beautiful cubes have I made? And don't say 0. This one's beautiful. All right, 1. Of course it's 1. All right. Now, you do see 1,000 cube. I can even kind of take away some of the lines if that helps anybody. This is my cube. It is 1,000 cube. All right. Now with your 1,000 cube, how many, if this is 1,000 cube, there is 1 in my 1,000 position, right? So the 1 has a value of 1,000, 1,000. So far, so good. All right. But how many hundreds do you see? So I'm going to make the H 100. How many hundreds do you see? Do you know how many hundreds there are inside of 1,000? So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Because there's one left over. So 1,000. There's 10 of them. When I count to 1,000, when I'm counting to 1,000, I have to count by hundreds, right? Well, I don't have to, but I just did. And I went 100. Let's see if you can see this. Okay, I went 100, 200, 300, 400. Then I went 500. Can you see the orange? I can change colors. Then I went 600. Is that better? Then I went 700, 800, 900, and after 900, so I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9 is 1,000, and 1,000 equals 1,000. Do you see how I did that? Great. So now we're back here. My question was, In a 1,000 cube, how many thousands? There's 1. How many hundreds? What they do is they do this cute little trick. You go to the hundreds position and you look at all the numbers to the left. So I have 10. So I go back over here and I put 10. But they haven't stopped there. They want thousands. They want to know how many hundreds, but they also want to know how many tens there are. Okay? So if I had to count by tens to get to 1,000, I would have to count 100 times, because watch this. I know you want to hear my beautiful voice, but we don't have enough time. So I'm going to spare you, and I'm going to show you this trick. We look in the tens position. This is our tens position, and we know that there are 100 tens in the number 1,000. And of course, in the number 1,000, oh, I forgot to fill it out. So let's say that, how many tens? There are 100. And now I want to know how many units, or how many ones. Let's go back to my little trick. If I was to count to 1,000 by ones, I would have to count 1,000 numbers. So I go to my ones position, this is my units, and I know that it's 1,000 units. So this is my tens, this is my hundreds column or hundreds position, and this is my thousands. So in my cube, there are 1,000, 10 hundreds, 100 tens, because then you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even draw lines that thin. 8, 9, 10. You get the idea though. 10 this way, 10 that way. It would fill it in. Oh my goodness, 100 tens. And then if I just had all those little tiny cubes. 1, 2, 3. I need a ruler. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus the orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that last column 10. That's a lot. There would be 1,000 unit little tiny cubes in this. Okay, so with all my beautiful colors and with my beautiful cube, I hope I've helped and not made this worse. Let's look at your book. Let's look at our book on page 8. It says, in the number 12,568, the digit 5 is in the hundreds position. It has a value of 500. We knew that, right? However, oh, they threw this at us. I knew it was coming. The number 12,568 does not only contain 500. See, it has more numbers ahead of it. There's actually 125 hundreds. They want all the numbers to the left, okay? Does that make sense? Let's look at another one, okay? Maybe it'll help you a little bit. To calculate how many hundreds there are in a number without representing it, consider the number of the hundreds as well as all the numbers to the left of it. So, in the number 12,568, there are 125 hundreds. Whew, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Then it goes on to tell you to do the same thing to calculate how many units, tens, thousands. Why did they skip hundreds? Of course there's hundreds too. Thousands and tens of thousands there are in numbers. Holy moly. So, in the number 12,568, there's 12,568 units, because that's where we started, right? At the units. If we start at the tens, there's 1,256 tens. If we start at the thousands, there's 12 thousands. And if we just look at the 10,000s, there's one of those. 1 10,000. Okay? Yeah? Whew! Let's check this bad boy out. Let's figure this one. I know you can do it. Page 9. Let's do some practice, boys and girls. Number 1. Write how many thousands. Oh, remember they're asking how many. How many thousands, hundreds, and tens there are in each number. So let's look at A first. A has 14,042. What would you want 14,042 of? Right now I could use 14,042 pieces of chocolate. I wouldn't eat it all at once, but I'd share it. Okay, so let's pretend we have 14,042 pieces of chocolate. How many thousands of pieces of chocolate do I have? So I'm going to go to the thousands position. Do I just have 4,000 or do I have 14,000? Oh yeah, I have 14,000 pieces of chocolate. Whew, I'm going to have diabetes. All right. Now, hundreds. Do I just have 0 hundreds? No. Do I just have 40 hundreds? Nope. I have 140 hundreds of pieces of chocolate. So if I wanted to share my chocolate with hundreds of people, each person would have 140 pieces if we had 100 people. It's a lot of chocolate. We're at tens now. Do you see a pattern? Do you see how we're moving back and we're adding more digits, aren't we? Okay, so tens. I go to my tens position. There's a 4 there. Do I just have 4 tens? Nope. I have all the numbers to the left. Okay, so I have 1,404 tens of pieces of chocolate. I have a candy store, basically. Yeah, I'm Willy Wonka at this point, aren't I? I'm okay with that. I'm Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory. Okay. We're ready for the next one? Here we go. 9,057 is our number. How many thousands do we have in the number 9,057? First we go to the thousands column. There's a 9. And we go to the numbers to our left. So there's only 9,000. So that's okay. We'll stick with 9,000. Ooh, how about, excuse me, I'm so excited. How about 9,000 pieces of, how about 9,000 cards, like thank you cards, or 9,000 love letters, like a Valentine. Oh, that would be so nice. 9,000 little notes of appreciation. Aw. How many hundreds of cards would we have, or hundreds of notes? Would we have 0? No. We would have 90 hundreds of little appreciative notes. Oh, wouldn't that be nice to have 90 hundreds of people or 9,000 people tell us how nice we are? Oh, okay. I'll just stick with the 12 that I have in my class. You guys are so sweet. Let's look at tens. So, I look at my tens column. There's a 5. And then I look at all the numbers to my left. So I would have 905 stack of tens of little notes that say how sweet I am. Probably from all the candy I ate earlier. Okay, I think you guys are ready. Maybe you want just a little bit more? We can do the bottom. So if you're looking at the bottom of page 9, it says circle the quantity of hundreds in each number. So when it's saying the quantity of hundreds, it's another way of saying how many hundreds. So how many hundreds are in the number 10,000? You go to your hundreds position, so units, tens, hundreds, and they want you to circle. So you're going to circle all the numbers to the left of your hundreds position, including hundreds. You have to circle the hundreds column too. So you should circle 100, which equals 100. So 100 hundreds in the number 10,000. Let's look at the number 4,356. How many hundreds would you need to make the number 4,356? Well, the digit 3 is in your hundreds column, and you circle the numbers to the left when they say how many or the quantity of. So you're going to circle, anybody know? You can call it out. Oh, I heard it. 43. You got it. Who was that? Way to go. Okay. 9,999. How many hundreds? Oh, we stop at the 9. Do we just circle the 9? No. We have to circle the numbers to the left of the 9 because we have 9,999. So we have 99 hundreds to make 9,999. The other two 9s, they're less than 100, so you can't count them. I mean, it's only one away because 99, 100, but it's still less than 100, so they don't count because they're asking for the hundreds, okay? Let's look at 3,298. The number 2 is in the hundreds, but we have to circle all the numbers to the left, so you will circle 32. At least I would. Oh, and I'd be right. Look at that. It's not fair they give me the answer key, is it? It's okay. I think I would have gotten it anyways. I'm pretty sure I would have. Yeah, I would have gotten it. What is that in the corner? Those are little eyeballs. That's creepy. Unless it's gummy eyeballs. Then that would be delicious. I wonder what eyeballs taste like. Alright. Interesting. Okay, so that's it. I think you're ready to work on your own. Good luck, everyone. And stay curious, and I'll see you next time. Bye.